Hey guys, how's it hanging everybody? This is StormPow, and I know that a lot of you guys are either brand new content creators or maybe you already are a content creator, but you're looking to take things to the next level, but you just don't necessarily know how or what you need to do or get equipment-wise. And so today we're going to be working with a YouTuber by the name of SuperMojibro. He primarily does Dragon Ball videos, and he reached out to me and said that he basically has a budget of about $600 and he wants to upgrade a little bit of everything. He has existing setups now. He mostly does mobile games, it looks like, but he also does a couple of console games and things like that. But what he's wanting to do with his $600 is he's wanting to upgrade his existing audio, and he's wanting to introduce himself like face cam wise. So $600 is a pretty solid budget for all that. So it really wasn't that hard to come up with equipment to upgrade his existing audio, which isn't bad, and add in a face cam and some lighting and things like that. But I also have another idea that I'm gonna run by him. I don't know how it's gonna work, but I came up with a budget where we could get him a whole DSLR setup for just a smidge over $600. Now, of course, there's no leftover budget to also upgrade any lighting or any microphone. So once I meet with him, which I'm about to do here in a little bit, I'm gonna get a little bit more information on his current setup and see if maybe we can just leave his microphone as is, and if he's even really gonna need a whole lot of lighting enhancements right now, and just decide overall if we want to kind of spread out the $600 across everything and just overall get him a very well-rounded stream, or if we just want to go completely balls to the walls and get him a whole DSLR setup for right at about $600 and make his camera look amazing. So anyway, guys, let's see how it goes when I run all this by him. So yeah, I was looking at your stuff and you said that your budget was like $600, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, something to kind of upgrade my, well, I think my PC itself is fine, but I'm not real savvy on things like microphones, webcams, things in that regard. I was trying to look for like a second monitor, or maybe even a third, and things like that. And I need a better chair.
I was taking a look at some equipment to try to recommend to you because I saw like upgrading, like your audio and video and all that stuff. And like with a budget of $600, that's gonna be really easy, because that's a pretty solid budget, and your microphone is honestly not bad. What microphone do you use?
See, it's one my buddy kind of lent me, so I'm not 100% sure. He was like, well, it's not like a real high-end microphone, but he's like, it's a decent one and it'll get you going. I was like, okay, but eventually I want to have my own equipment, so I'm not using my buddy's equipment. And my channel's actually been growing pretty quickly. I'm actually surprised because I've only started YouTube like a month and a half ago, and it's steadily gaining subscribers. I went from 0 to 430 in 6 weeks.
That's not bad at all. Yeah, I think it's that consistency that's got you, man. I can tell the way you're uploading, the YouTube algorithm is going to favor that,
Eventually I was thinking about once I hit a subscriber goal, doing a green screen and webcam so people can see my reactions and everything as I play. This has kind of been on my mind for a while, and I really didn't have anywhere to turn to for this kind of thing, so I've just kind of been winging it and learning it as I go.
So once I heard that Mojibro actually had some other things in mind as well, that he was wanting to get a new chair, get a new monitor, and maybe even start green screening to go with his videos, I immediately ditched the idea of the DSLR setup because honestly, there's going to be another time and another place for that, but we could definitely use his budget to go towards some of that stuff. And I also really respected where he was coming from, where his microphone sounds good, but it's not it's his buddy's, and he wants to start being more independent and start having his own equipment and not be relying on using somebody else's equipment.
I mean, everything's allowed me to expand and do more. I mean, in a sense, or actually engage like a viewer more, because voice is great and all, but to be able to see my reaction to what's going on in game, the setup itself is, I think, game changer.
How'd that webcam end up going? Because I haven't heard of that brand that much, but I mean, it seemed good, based off what I saw.
Yeah, it was easy to set up. It's great. I mean, it has its own lighting on it as well, so if I need like more light here on my face, I just tap it, it'll brighten up. The lights are on right now. I like
Looking
the
good.
fact that I got a little remote here that can just turn everything off. Yeah, so I don't have to change the settings or do anything. I just sit down at my computer here and go that way. Also, this here is the microphone I bought.
Okay.
On this one here, came with the pop filter and everything else.
And we're twins on the chair now, I see.
Yes, yes. The chair actually came in a lot quicker than what I thought. It came in a week earlier than what Amazon's projected it to. So that was a pleasant surprise. I like the back, because since I work outside all day, that, you know, it's nice to have that little massage pillow there on my back. Now that I have this set up, I want to stream more. I can sit down and record longer and you know, stream longer. I was sitting there streaming because I streamed for like 2.5, 3 hours in that evening, and I was like, I couldn't do this if I had that other chair. I'd have to get up like 5 times.
So you now have like an extra monitor now instead of just
Yes.
the TV?
Yeah, well, I actually have a TV right here,
Uh-huh.
and then I have this one. Then I have I have a 55-inch right here. The webcam kind of turns. I got my, you know, I got like my TV and stuff over here, and so yeah, it took me a little bit to set up just because I actually had a couch like right here, but with the green screen, I didn't feel like, you know, taking it down, setting it up, taking it down, setting it up.
Yeah.
I was like, so either the TV or the couch has to go. So I moved the couch into the spare bedroom there. And that I was like, okay, now I can move around easier, and I'm it's not so cramped in here. But I might have to rearrange more. But for the most part, I got it set for now. I might look into L-shaped desk, but eventually I'll do that at some point as I get kind of, I guess, more comfortable.
And you just spent like a pretty good amount of money. So like, and this was smart though, because like, you know, the L-shaped desk and all that stuff, that's cool. But like stuff like the green screen and the lighting and stuff, that's like a better, like, I guess, investment, because like you said, that's going to get your audience more engaged. You know, the desk, your audience won't care anything about. That's a comfort item for you, you know?
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
But I think, you know, it'll in turn, you know, what you've done here, help you grow your audience, because like, you know, the voice in and of itself is great, you know, and it can make entertaining content, but like having that visual, like, is pretty much entirely necessary these days for like having that connection where people are like, oh yeah, you know, it's SuperMojibro.
You know, I was doing pretty well, and I thought in the beginning, but I was just like, man, I want to do something, take it to a next level to continue on. And I was like, this is a perfect opportunity just for someone who knows more than I do about, you know, equipment and other things to give me some insight. So whenever I saw it, I had to jump on the opportunity. I watched a lot of your videos on how much you knew, and I was just like, this is perfect for me. It just ended up working out really well, and I'm very appreciative for it.
So that was a lot of information to take in, and you may be even asking yourself why I recommended those specific pieces of gear for the SuperMojibro. And I'm going to give you guys a little bit of behind the scenes on what was going on in my brain when we were making this video. So if you remember at the beginning of the video, I talked about recommending to him a DSLR setup because I was really excited to just blow all his money on upgrading his video alone and that being it. But after actually meeting with him and talking to him and learning that when he said he needed to upgrade his whole setup, he literally meant his whole setup, like monitor, chair, everything. I was like, yeah, there's no way. He does have other priorities that we need to focus on. It ended up working out for the best. If you go and watch some of his videos, you can see the stark difference in the production value that's going on at the beginning of his videos versus now. And his older videos weren't bad. I was looking for people who were taking their content creation very seriously and wanted to go to the next level, but just didn't know exactly what to do. And SuperMojibro was like the definition definition of that. I mean, the dude works full time and he also streams and uploads on YouTube very regularly and puts good work into his videos. He just wanted to upgrade more gear so that way he had better possibilities and more things that he could do with his ideas. So I recommended the webcam that I did to him because he needed lighting from scratch. He had no lighting to go with his stuff right now, so we needed all the lighting that we could get. So the fact that the AngeTube webcam had a ring light built into it was like perfect. And of course, that is not good enough in and of itself. We had to get him his own lighting setup as well, so that's why we went with the Voltrox setup. Now, the reason why I specifically made sure to get him a pack of 2 is because, for one, I love packs of 2 with like everything, but especially lights, and especially when you're doing green screen lights. Because if you don't know, when you're doing green screens, a lot of times you do need 2 lights. You need one light on your left and one light on your right. And basically that's because one of those lights is going to generate a huge shadow, and then the other light is going to kind of cancel that out, because you don't need a shadow. You need your background to be one solid color, being green. So I definitely had to make sure to get him 2 lights. And speaking of the green screen, he is in a setup where he has his entire office room. So we didn't have to go with anything that is like very portable or sleek, like, you know, the Elgato green screen mount. We could just go with something that is huge, really big, really crazy to set up, but you put it up once and you're done. So that's why I just went and got him the regular muslin backdrop and something to stand it up on. And as far as his chair, I recommended to him the exact chair that I'm using, because like it's affordable and it's comfortable and I have no complaints with it whatsoever, and it, you know, does everything that I need it to do. And I recommended to him another monitor, because beforehand he was using one of his computer monitors and a TV right next to it, and kind of using the TV as a second monitor, but he wanted to set up and have 2 or maybe even 3 monitors by the end of it to help out his productivity and just have overall a bunch of different things going on at once. And then lastly, the microphone. I had actually recommended to him some other microphones that we found out were on back order for a while, until eventually it was discovered that this microphone that he ended up getting had everything that he needed, and it was a really good deal. And it was especially perfect for him because it had literally everything. It came with the mount, it came with the pop filter, I mean everything. And normally you guys know that I like to recommend XLR mics over USB mics, but right now with everything that's going on in the world, it's really hard to get an audio interface or an XLR mixer. So, you know, this was pretty much the best that we could do, but honestly, the bang for the buck on what he ended up getting is phenomenal for a USB microphone even. If you've made it this far, thank you so very much for that, and I hope that if you haven't already, please give this video a thumbs up to show a little bit of support. Let me know that you did enjoy the video, and if you really enjoyed it, then I would also appreciate it if you considered subscribing to my YouTube channel or following me on Twitch. I'm currently working towards 1,000 subscribers here and 1,000 followers on Twitch, so any help that you would give towards that would be greatly appreciated, and I would probably love you forever. No, scratch that. I would definitely love you forever. And also be sure to go check out THESUPERMOJIBRO, especially if you're into Dragon Ball or anything like that. Links for all of his content and socials will be down in the description below. Be sure to go check him out. He's a great dude, and he's working on making his content even better every day. But anyway, guys, that is it for this video. I would like to thank you so very much for tuning in, and I hope you have a nice day, and goodbye.